The upcoming Palakkad Bypoll in Kerala is a rare opportunity for the BJP to win an assembly seat in Kerala. I don't think many political observers will contradict me. I say this with full confidence because over the last few years, the BJP has been incrementally improving their vote percentage in Palakkad. And there are other reasons also, social and political reasons. For example, the BJP candidate Suresh Gopi had won to Lok Sabha for the first time on lotus symbol from the neighboring constituency of Thrissur in the recently concluded Lok Sabha poll. And the religious demography of the Palakkad also is in favor for the BJP. But such hopes have been dimmed. Why? It's because of an infight in BJP. It started as some minor difference of opinion and it has snowballed into a major issue. I mean, the fight has crossed the red line and it's very difficult to return. That's what I feel. Both sides, the BJP State General Secretary Mr. Sandeep Varier is on one side, and on the other side is the candidate in Palakkad Assembly Bypoll Mr. C Krishna Kumar, and his mentor, Party State President K Surendran, has also jumped onto the fray. So that is the situation. Now, this could have been avoided. I feel many questions are being asked as to why the fight escalated. I feel one of the major reasons is the absence of an organization secretary for Kerala BJP at present. Kerala BJP had an organization secretary in Mr. Subhash. He was pulled back by the parent organization RSS. So now there is no organization secretary for the BJP Kerala. I think this could be one of the reasons. And there are other reasons also perhaps. So let's take a closer look into the emerging situation. Welcome to Insights. I am Hari Kumar. Let's start with the voting pattern in the constituency. As I said earlier, the BJP has improved their vote share consistently. In 2011, the BJP candidate in Palakkad was Mr. Uday Bhaskaran Nair. He is a leading industrialist in Nagpur, but he is a native of Palakkad. And Mr. Nair got around 19% votes in 2011. In 2016, the firebrand leader of BJP, Mrs. Shobha Surendran, improved it to around 28.6%. That was a quantum leap, So then in that election, the CPM at the left front was relegated to the third position. In the last assembly poll, in 2021, the famous technocrat E. Sridharan was the BJP candidate. He further improved the vote percentage of BJP to more than 35%. Now BJP became a very serious contender in Palakkad. And another important factor is BJP is ruling Palakkad municipality. The assembly constituency is made up of Palakkad municipality and 3 other panchayats. Pirairi, Kannadi and Mathur. These are the 3 other panchayats. So there is a fair chance for the BJP to win the poll. That is the electoral statistics. Now let's analyze what happened. During the election committee meeting of Mr. Krishna Kumar, which was held recently, Mr. Sandeep Varier had also come to participate in it. But Mr. Varier was asked to leave the stage, leave the dais and sit among the audience. I definitely feel as a political observer that was a humiliating step. Varier was annoyed. He left the venue within a few minutes. And but he didn't say anything for a couple of days. Perhaps he might have been waiting from someone to call him with some conciliatory moves, but perhaps that might not have happened. Then he went public. He told media that he has been snubbed by Mr. Krishna Kumar and nobody from the state leadership cares him. He also recounted that when his mother died a few years ago, Mr. Krishna Kumar didn't call on him or even express a condolence. I think he said the BJP state leadership also he hinted that Mr. Surendran also had not called on him on that occasion. So I think he might have felt pained and he expressed it publicly. And afterwards, the RSS sent an emissary to meet him. That was a senior RSS Pracharak, Mr. Jayagumar, went up and spoke to him. For a couple of days again, he didn't say anything. Then again, he came out with an outburst. After Mr. Sandeep Varier made note of the neglect shown towards him, the BJP state president, Mr. K. Surendran said, Mr. Varier has got time to correct his mistakes and return to the campaign fray. Something like that he said. So Varier said the state president is still for showing the same attitude and nobody is showing a conciliatory approach. So he has now started criticizing the BJP state leadership openly. So it seems that things have gone out of hand. And earlier, when during the first incident when Mr. Varier was humiliated at the public meeting, many BJP supporters on social media expressed their sympathy to him. But after he expressed his opinion for the second time and now he is more vehement, he is more critical. Afterwards, I think the BJP supporters and sympathizers are now criticizing him because they want to win this Palakkad Assembly Bypoll somehow or other. That doesn't mean everybody is supporting Mr. Surendran or Krishna Kumar. But at the same time, I think the rank and file, the ordinary worker of the BJP wants to see a party MLA in state assembly. So this is the current situation. As I said earlier, here the problem is the lack of an organization secretary for the BJP state unit. Had there been an organization secretary who normally is a senior pracharak of RSS, he would have been able to intervene. He would have been able to control Mr. K. Surendran. And definitely Varier would not have opened his mouth if such a senior RSS pracharak had given him an ultimatum. But because of this peculiar situation, there is nobody to act as an intermediary, and I think the BJP is now suffering from the lack of such a senior leader. This is one important aspect. And I don't think Mr. Sandeep Varier, even if he leaves the BJP, there is a talk of Sandeep Varier leaving the BJP and joining the CPM. So I don't think this is going to be a wise move if Sandeep Varier does that. The problem is Sandeep Varier is known to be a strident voice in the BJP who used to defend the BJP on many platforms when there were not many people who were ready to defend BJP. Because BJP had a sort of stigma, untouchability in Kerala. And we need to remember that Varier was one of the few leaders who had who was articulate and who had the courage to defend the BJP on public platforms. I am not saying that Varier is a blemishless person. There are many allegations against him also. But I think as the state president, Mr. Surendran should have calibrated his words. He should have watched his words. he should have played a conciliatory note, and he should have acted as an intermediary between Mr. Krishna Kumar and Mr. Varier and amicably solved the problem. And it would have added to the glory of Mr. Surendran also. Already now he is getting the credit for the victory of Suresh Gopi in Thrissur. Now, if an MLA, he is able to win an MLA, and that too a person like Krishna Kumar, known to be his supporter and protege, then he would have got the benefit of it. Unfortunately, Mr. Surendran is also not, has not played the right role. He has not made the right note. Now the situation is almost out of control. But if Varier goes out of the BJP, I don't think he may be able to survive in the CPIM for long. The CPIM is actually like a pack of cards collapsing. Many people are leaving the party. You know, people and leaders and cadres of CPIM who have been working for the party for long are now unsatisfied. There is general unrest in the party that CPIM is now wholeheartedly welcoming those leaders who cross over or turn gods. And there is a that is very specific in Palakkad also. Palakkad, there was an unrest. A rebel meeting was held at Koഴിഞ്ഞാമ്പാറ in Palakkad recently, in which around 200-300 CPIM cadres participated. So actually, if Varier goes to CPIM, I don't think either CPIM or Mr. Varier himself will benefit. Of course, he may be given some minor corporation or something like that. But I'm sure he may not be able to defend himself for the ideological shift, because he has not said anything about criticizing the ideology of the parent party. He is still with the BJP now. But definitely this is going to have an impact in election. I'm not saying that Varier will be able to win away or take away any voter base. There are not many BJP leaders in Kerala who command a personal voter base. The only exception could be Suresh Gopi, who was able to gain votes personally. I think he had gained around 1 lakh vote personal on his personal influence. But again, if he had stood as an independent, he would not have won. So his own personal influence plus BJP votes was what made his victory possible. But that was an exception. No BJP leader is there in Kerala. Even if Surendran resigns from the BJP, I don't think it will make any impact on BJP Kerala. So since this is the situation, if Varier resigns from the BJP, he will be committing a huge blunder. And this is the political situation. But at the same time, this has affected the political discourse in the constituency. And that could harm the prospects of BJP, and that could lead to a victory of Rahul Mangutathil. You know, there has been a huge outburst in the Congress, unrest in the Congress. The Congress state social media head resigned from the party, and now he is contesting as the LDF candidate, I mean Dr. Sarin. But if Mr. Sandeep Varier resigns from the BJP or he is ousted from the BJP a couple of days before the election, then for the time being, that is going to influence the public attention, the political rhetoric, the political discourse, everything will be surrounding this new development. So that way, it could harm the prospects of BJP, but it won't benefit Varier in any way. So I hope the BJP state leadership will be wise enough to act sensibly, to act with restraint, and the leaders need to measure their words. That's for now. Meet you with another topic next time. Till then, goodbye.